Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Joffrey Noodle Legs here today. Got another Noodle film review today. So I thought we'd look at something that a company I've not really looked at a lot, and I think in the new year I'm going to spend a bit of time doing more reviews about this company. And this is Hammer Films, and we're looking at a Hammer film from the 70s, I believe, or could be late 60s but or 70s. But we're looking at Horror Express, starring Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, and obviously Telly Savalas, as you can see, who loves you, baby, at the top. So this is the Arrow edition, which is really cool. It's got quite a few extra features on there. Nothing else special about it. It's just got a versatile sleeve and just like a lobby card of American Werewolf. No booklet in this one. This obviously is just a normal standard edition, not a first pressing. So anyway, give you a little synopsis of the film. The film starts off as Christopher Lee. He's like a sort of a professor doctor who's on an expedition in China, and he discovers a sort of prehistoric discovery in a cave. So he's found this fiendish looking gore there in there, which I believe is supposed to be like half ape, half man, so almost like a Bigfoot almost. So they decide to box it up and take it out and take it to where probably some sort of museum, I'd expect. We then cut to the train station. It's kind of weird because it says, it comes up saying Peking, China. And in and a little bit later in the film, when he at the station, when he meets up Peter Cushing, he goes, "What are you doing in Shanghai?" Well, you're not. You're in Peking. But anyway, it's actually filmed in, I believe, looking at the station, not being a railway buff or anything, but it looks like Madrid. I could be wrong. I don't know, but it does. It looks like Madrid in Spain, but I'm probably wrong. Somebody will probably put in the comments, yeah, or say no, it's here or there, but it looks like Madrid to me. But anyway, we then meet our train. We then cut to the booking office. Again, try and remember, this is in Peking, China, and all the staff are sort of like English sort of railway staff. Okay, well, it's strange. I do like that though. Again, this is the sort of stuff that I love about these films, the charm. Like I said, it's supposed to be Peking train station, and when they talk to each other, oh, what are you doing in Shanghai? You know, well, I'm not. Anyway, we go to the booking office where there's a bit of confusion over he can't find his ticket, or they can't find his reservation.
Alexander Saxton, if you will check, you will find a telegram I sent you 3 weeks ago instructing you to reserve accommodation for me. There's nothing I can do. Hello? Yes? Yes? Well, look who's here. Professor Saxton, I presume? Dr. Wells. And what are you doing in Shanghai? I've asked you the same thing. Oh, I'm just collecting a few specimens. Miss Jones, let me introduce Professor Alexander Saxton. He dabbles in fossils and bones.
Glad to meet you, Professor.
While that's going on, we cut to outside the main part of the station where we see a budget Jet Li going over, showing very interested in the crate, obviously of the prehistoric fossil, what they found. He's very interested, and he comes across there and he tries to sort of like lockpick the sort of like bolt that's on the sort of the crate.
出气啊，叫入名，六好气。
开始。So as you can see, that guard went away. The guard comes back and finds that it's been tampered with, and the sort of like covers off it, and then he finds underneath the cover but the body of our discount Jet Li. We then return back to the booking office, where there's still jibber jabber going on with Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and the booking office clerk. And then as they're doing that, the sort of like, I think the sort of like police arrive, or have come to assist him with his findings to put on the train. Then obviously the booking clerk says, "Oh yeah, I've got your ticket. It's here."
Off. Sir Alexander Saxton. Yes? Captain O'Hagan, sir. General Wang told me to find you, and to make myself useful.
Now I remember. I do have your Excellency's ticket. Your ticket, right here.
Thank you.
We then go back outside, where it's sort of like the discount Jet Li body is sort of like gathered a bit of attention, and there's some sort of priest out there too.
And the Lord have mercy on his soul.
Not that he deserves it, a dirty thief. You have his things?
You him.
Krasinski, the locksmith, he could open any trunk with a hairpin.
A thief? But he was blind.
Blind, he could spot a policeman a mile away.
So then Christopher Lee joins us outside, and he asks the priest if there's anything he can do to help.
Can I be of any assistance, Father? This is yours. It is, but I demand an explanation. Whatever you have here is unholy and must be destroyed.
Inspector Mirov, what is in there, Excellency?
Fossils.
What is a fossil?
A stone. Stones.
There wouldn't be something valuable in there, like gold.
Gold? It's a laboratory specimen. No value to a thief. Where there is God, there is always a place for the cross.
We then go aboard the train, where we see that the guards have loaded this crate onside the train.
Follow me.
Our train is now on the way. Peter Cushing goes into the storage and speaks to Christopher Lee, asking what's in there. And Christopher Lee says, "Oh, it's like a fossil that we found." And then a woman comes in, as I think she's some sort of countess, comes in with like her poodle.
Alinka, what's the matter with you?
Yes, Countess?
You have a safe of valuables?
Yes, Countess. I shall make out the receipt.
Excuse me. Alinka's afraid of something. What do you have in that crate?
Oh, nothing that would interest Alinka, madame.
Normally she likes Englishmen. All we Poles do.
I am honored, madame.
We then cut a bit further into the film on the train, and there's this scientist guy on there. I can't remember his name, but he's talking to Christopher Lee about what happened on the platform.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I was on the platform before when that mad monk was carrying on.
Yes.
I'm an engineer, a scientist. This is ordinary chalk. How do you explain it not writing on that crate?
Hypnosis, yoga. These mystics can be very convincing. They can even hypnotize themselves.
And we're still not done with meeting characters yet. We meet another character now, this young woman, beautiful young woman. She's I think she's a stowaway on the train, I'm not sure. But I believe that it turns out that she's actually a spy in the end. I know. But yeah, she's on board.
Help me.
In what way, madam? Is this number 8?
That's next to our Wells compartment.
There, don't cry. Everything will be all right. Excuse me. Sorry, dear fellow, I'm afraid you're in the wrong pew. Here, number 8, you see? 8A, lower berth.
So everyone's really interested in this crate, and one of the person train sort of wants the sort of the guard that's sort of like in charge of like that area to open it and see what's in it. The guard's trying to get it all open, and then he goes away to get some more equipment, and then we see this big hairy hand come out. Then the guard sort of returns and sees that this prehistoric animal has the ability to lockpick. Okay, yeah. So he lockpicks the lock and he goes to try and stop him from getting out, and unfortunately he comes to his grisly end. So sadly, that's the end of the guard, and the creature then comes out of its crate and puts the guard in it, and it's now loose on the train. And that's all I'm going to tell you. So what's going to happen? So this creature, sort of like Bigfoot sort of creature, has now escaped with the Terminator eye. He's now escaped. That eye is something to do with, like, he reads the person's brain and gets all their thoughts and everything. So he's sort of penetrating everyone's sort of like thoughts into his own, and it's sort of, that's what makes their eyes go all white. He's sort of clearing their brain of everything. And he's sort of like, now he's loose on the train. So are they going to catch him? Are they going to kill him, or is he going to kill everyone on the train? who is this strange woman that's got on the train? Like I said, I think she's a spy, but who is she? And there's then the police join the train. So what are they going to do? There's lots of questions to be asked in this film, but you need to watch it and find out. What do I think of the film? It's awesome. It's awesome. I loved it back in the day. This is one of my favourite Hammer films. I loved it back in the day, and I still love it today. It's still brilliant. It's got loads of kills. It's gory. For a Hammer film, it's really, really gory for a Hammer film. Not today's standards, but it's gory for them. It's got loads of sort of like, autopsies, not severe autopsies, but they, take the top of the head off, look at the brain and that. It's really cool. And the creature's really, really cool. And it's a great story. And it takes a different turn to what you think. And it kind of reminds me of The Thing and the way that the sort of story tells. I know when you watch it, you'll know what I mean. But it's got sort of bits, elements of The Thing in it. Obviously, this is before John Carpenter's The Thing, but obviously maybe John Carpenter's The Thing is a bit influenced by this. Who knows? The pluses of this, the transfer is incredible. It looks stunning. It's amazing. And Peter Cushing's performance is awesome, as well as Christopher Lee. Peter Cushing is one of my favourite actors. I absolutely adore him. I do love Christopher Lee, but Christopher Lee plays Christopher Lee in everything. If he's this or Dracula or if he's Saruman, whatever, he's like Christopher Lee. It's just like, but Peter Cushing is like, he's a bit more of a sort of method actor, and he will be convincingly as Sherlock Holmes or convincingly as Victor Frankenstein. Whatever he's playing, you're convinced he's that. Whereas Christopher Lee, you're convinced he's Christopher Lee. But he's still great and he's awesome. But I have such a soft spot for Peter Cushing. So cool. It's a fantastic movie, brilliant. The minuses of the movie is Telly Savalas. I didn't really like his character. He plays like a sort of Cossack sort of soldier, and I didn't like his character in it. It just like, yeah, just didn't convince me. That was the only thing. Luckily, he's only sort of a bit part, really. But I didn't like his character. That's only a minor negative, really. It's just me didn't like that character. But that's what it is. I'm going to score it now. I'm going to score this an amazing watch and give it a 9 out of 10. And that is The Horror Express. It's a great film. It's a really good watch, guys. It is still scary today. It's still gory. It's still some great kills in there. There's a lot of killing in it. And it's great. And it's all based on the train in China, Russia, or stroke Spain. But there we go. Great film, 9 out of 10, Horror Express. Have any of you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below what you thought of it. It's a great film. Like I said, next year I must do more on my Hammer. I'll probably do it like I did a Christmas week and I've done Disturbing Film Week. I might do a Hammer week of reviews and pick out sort of like 5 of my favourite Hammer movies. So I might do that. And next year I still also want to do my favourite actors week. Have like a section of like a week I'll do Peter Cushing, another week I'll do Gene Wilder, another week I'll do Jamie Lee Curtis, like that, and I'll look through some of their films. So that's it. Anyway, guys, till next time, look out some other horror channels for me. Horror Hands, The Horror Geek, Man v Film, RS Designs, I Am Ice Lord, Pizzlewell, and Sarah of Horror. All amazing channels. Please go and check them out and give them a bit of love. Until next time, guys, look after yourself, look after one another, and I really hope I see you all soon.